So for everyone that doesn't know, starting a video is such a weird, awkward thing. Like, there's no good way to do it. I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm back down in Puerto Rico and it's time to do some more broadhead testing. I'm gonna do some stuff a little bit different today. So let me get set up and then I'll talk you through it. First thing I wanna talk about here, we're gonna test some broadheads. This whole thing is gonna kind of upset the hunting gear industry. Personally, I'm not a gear guy. There's a lot of reasons I really don't get too wrapped up in gear. One of them, I'm just kind of a minimalist, and having all that extra stuff it messes with my head and doesn't let me focus. I like to be laser focused on whatever I'm working on. So if I'm out there focusing on the newest, latest, greatest thing, I feel like it takes away from me honing my personal skills. This test in particular, I will be using this Hoyt Avenger. I think a lot of times we get caught up in trying to make up for our inadequacies by spending more money. And the truth is, you're never gonna outspend lack of time with your equipment and lack of time practicing. If you put more time into using your gear, tuning your gear, figuring out your gear, the rewards are far greater than going out and buying new gear. So this bow is, I'm shooting it at 60 pounds. It's much lighter than my Torex that I normally shoot. This bow was given to me. I put new strings on it, new sights, and a new drop rest. I did all that myself. We don't have a bow shop down here. I've killed a lot of pigs with this bow, and I've wounded almost none. Just about every pig I've shot with this has died pretty quickly. I've had some times where they didn't die quite fast enough, like this one where I about got mauled. That was kind of my fault. I got up on the pig too quick, tried to get a kill shot in it. And actually that was shooting my Torex. I had it down here because I came here after a hunt. To kind of outline this test, this is a very basic, very simple bow. It's probably 15 years old. It's tuned by me, not professionally. On top of that, I'm a pretty average shooter. I do shoot a lot, but I shoot a lot at animals. I'm not a target shooter, and that's a big difference. Feel good with my kill to find ratio. I do take pride in that. But if you put me in a tournament against target shooters, they'll smoke me every time. So I feel like in that aspect, I'm an average shooter. And that's what I want this test to be about, is just a normal average person using normal average gear, and let's see what kind of difference it makes. Today we're shooting these 4 arrows, a very nice fixed blade, very nice mechanical, a field tip, and a very cheap piece of crap fixed blade. I wanna see the difference in how these actually fly. So what I'm gonna do for the test today, I made a little sheet on a piece of paper. I'm gonna write down the score. I'm gonna shoot 10 rounds with the 4 arrows randomly. I'm not gonna shoot one after the other. I'm just gonna collect them and I'm gonna shoot them. Anything in the center white, I'm gonna call it a 10. Anything in this kind of circle here, we're gonna call it an 8. Anything outside of that in this area here is gonna be a 5. If I miss a target, it's a 0. At the end, we're gonna add the scores up and see what the difference is. One of the last things that I wanna kind of bring up on this, I mentioned that I'm using this 15-year-old bow and I'm kind of a minimalist. Something I also truly believe is even this 15-year-old Hoyt can shoot better than I can. The precision that it's capable of is still better than what I can shoot, if that makes sense. So does it mean that this bow is as good as a brand new bow? No, obviously it's not. It's slower, it's less accurate, there's problems with it, it weighs more, everything else. But it's still better than me. Now, if I was trying to compete in the Olympics or target shoot, I think that's different. I'm gonna go get my target set up and we're gonna get this thing started. Target is at 40 yards. I go up, I'll pull my arrows, get my score. Okay, so here's my scorecard. If you look, we have 110, 1-8, 2 5s. So I'm gonna pull these arrows, see which is which, and write it down. Okay, the 10 is the good fixed blade. The 8 is the cheap fixed blade. and the other two are both 5s. Kind of interesting first ones. Now, there's no reason to talk about each one unless something crazy happens. I'm gonna leave this camera running. I'm just gonna shoot and we're gonna get this done. This arrow right here just went flying off crazy. I have no idea what happened right there. The arrow doesn't seem to be messed up in any way. That was crazy. We're shooting really consistently the same. We're halfway done. One thing I'm gonna do right now just to eliminate some possibilities, I'm gonna move all the broadheads onto different arrows just to make sure it's not the arrows hitting a certain way. I'm gonna change this. I'm running out of light, so I'm gonna shoot fast the rest of these, and then we'll sit in the barn and go over it. All right, you guys, the results of this are absolutely crazy. I haven't done the math yet. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do it both directions, so I'm gonna do the math for each round, and I'm gonna do the math for each broadhead, just to see if we can find any kind of pattern. But to the naked eye, there is no pattern to this. So this was not at all what I was expecting. So I added everything up. Our average is 73.25 is the average between all of them. So the fixed head, the expensive fixed head, I think it's a Montauk, that was way above average. The cheap piece of crap, like Walmart special broadhead, was actually right at average, and the mechanical was just barely above average. The crazy thing is the field tip was way below average. Now I even swapped arrows out over here to see if that had something to do with it, and it still was shooting very poorly. So it wasn't the arrow, it was, for whatever reason, that field tip wasn't shooting great. The amount of arguing back and forth and debate and everything else that there is in the gear industry over these different broadheads, in my opinion, it doesn't mean shit. As far as shooting, they all shoot better than I can. Now, maybe if you're a 30X shooter, there's a difference. I'm not. I'm a very normal, average shooter. But I'm gonna try and kill a bunch more pigs here in the next little while and put one more video together and then go back through some old footage, see about stuff that like maybe went further, didn't go as far, try and put together some stuff like that. But as far as shooting goes, you guys are way overthinking your gear. This stuff doesn't mean shit. This is an average shooter shooting with an old bow, 40 yards, 4 different kinds of tips, and they all shoot the same. Thanks guys, hope this helped.